Good afternoon, families. It is Friday, November 7th, 2025, and I'm coming to you with our Aviator flight vlog for the week. We'll get right off into our top two. I want to send a huge thank you to our PTO for a very successful Lake Bluff School Book Fair this week, and for our Lake Bluff costume parade this last Friday with music from our very own James Norris. We had great weather, and it was very fun to see so many families in attendance. Number two, our fall harvest party this last week was just amazing. So thank you to the combined room parents from Miss Miller and our classroom for all of your help. The students had a really wonderful time because of all that organization and support from all the different families who contributed items for our yummy snacks, drinks, and even a caramel apple dipping station. So thank you very, very much. Now let's get into some important updates and news before our blog points for the week. Miss Miller and I have noticed an increase in desserts and candy as a snack option. Now, this yummy addition to sugar into our third grade bodies have not helped individuals or classroom-wide focus, attention, or academic success as of late. We would really appreciate if students could bring healthy, non-dessert snack options, including but not limited to fruits, vegetables, meats, and proteins that support an active and growing brain. Thank you. Report cards will be available on Infinite Campus on November 20th. Thanksgiving break is coming up on November 26th through the 28th, and our Nutcracker field trip is coming up on December 11th. Look for more information coming home soon about that. Now, our blog points for the week. In English module block this week, students listened to two different books that illustrate significant challenges that impact access to books, education, and learning that are connected to how characters choose to respond to those challenges. Now, our first book right here, More Than Anything Else, is a book by Marie Bradby and details the early life of Booker T. Washington, who experienced significant obstacles to education as he was a person born enslaved. The Emancipation Proclamation in the post-Civil War United States, Booker did continue his education, but encountered many challenges along that road. Now, this book specifically focused on how Booker responded to the challenges he faced and how his struggle and determination helped him and countless other people in their pursuits of literacy and education. Now, in our second book, Thank You, Mr. Falker, by Patricia Polacco, students learned about the author's educational struggles with dyslexia in 1950s rural Michigan. Now, before modern brain science and with a few opportunities, Patricia Polacco struggled with her own illiteracy until a certain teacher recognized that she had some unique differences and supported her learning and helped her learn to read and write. Now, we're going to continue to connect our work and to our understanding of this bigger idea that education, books, and reading are important because they help us learn not only about the world, but make sense of the world around us and inspire us to make it a better place. In math, students are applying their knowledge on vertical number lines to scaled bar graphs. They're representing data using a scaled bar graph, and they're solving addition and subtraction problems related to scaled bar graphs. Students will also continue adding and subtracting like units, making next 10 or hundreds from tens and hundred parts, and using compensation in that capacity. Students will also be sharing and critiquing solution strategies for addition and subtraction problems, so they can explain how their choice of strategy helps them add or subtract efficiently. In social studies, students and groups completed research for their U.S. region project maps and then collaboratively divided up regional information among all group members for their upcoming Celebration of Learning presentation, where they're going to be displaying and talking about all the things they have learned about their region. Then, after that, coming up, we will deep dive into the state of Wisconsin and its key features and all the impacts of the Ice Age. In SEL, students learned about the power of taking a break and advocating for themselves when big emotions, like anger, hijack our ability to think and act in positive and successful ways. Now, stepping back when our emotions are overwhelming can help give space and pause from whatever is happening so that we can think logically and not emotionally. Taking a break and walking away or slow breathing can all help re-regulate our bodies and our brains And then with a calm and regulated self, we are much more successful at thinking clearly and making decisions that contribute to positive outcomes. Well, that was our week. It looks absolutely gorgeous outside, but it is getting colder. It's supposed to be very cold with a high of maybe 30 on Monday. So please watch the weather and dress appropriately as it is becoming cold. That said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful time. Hopefully you can get outside for a little bit of fresh air. Stay happy and healthy, and I will see you next week. Bye.